Hey, what's going on, everyone? DJTV here. Welcome to DJTV Podcast Episode 2. Oh my gosh, what a week, man. This has been a crazy week. I don't know, man. Like, where do we even start? From Monday Night Raw. Dude, Raw was so boring. And it was the go-home show for Hell in a Cell. Now, there was no build-up whatsoever, man. The only build-up that we got was basically Seth Rollins versus The Fiend. Everything else, there was no build-up for. Alright, yeah, granted, there was like a little build-up for Roman and Bryan versus Eric Rowan and Luke Harper. But other than that, there was really no build-up whatsoever. So anyway, kicking off with Monday Night Raw, I don't understand. I just don't. Raw was so plain, it was so boring, it made me want to fall asleep. There was really nothing exciting that happened at all. Like the brawl between Braun Strowman and that boxer guy. I keep forgetting his name, but their match is definitely set for Crown Jewel, happening on Halloween Day. I just don't get it. I just don't get it. Nobody cares for this. Big Billy, shout out to you. Tyson Fury is his name. Why? We just don't care for this. Braun Strowman is basically Big Show 2.0. We said this countless of times. And it just doesn't make any sense, man. You could tell that Vince has no ideas of what to do anymore. You know, just look at all the people that's on the roster. Right? Like, use these guys. Make something. You know, you can make storylines out of all these guys that they have, but it's just not coming to Vince at all. It really isn't. So he has Braun facing Fury. Could care less. They didn't like have any other matches set for Hell in a Cell. They didn't even announce matches on Raw. So that was just you know. So let's get right into it. Hell in a Cell. It was going so well. Like, it was enjoyable from the first match till it basically got to somewhat like the second match or whatever. Becky and Sasha inside Hell in a Cell. That match was actually pretty good, man. It was actually enjoyable. I would watch it again, 100%. And, of course, Becky is still the Raw Women's Champion, as she should be. So I'm happy about that. They threw in Bayley versus Charlotte, and Charlotte defeated Bayley, which I can't wait to start talking about SmackDown real quick. But let's finish off with Hell in a Cell. Roman and Bryan versus Harper and Rowan. You guys know how that went. Roman did a spear to, I think it was Eric Rowan, through the table. That was a crazy spot. Solid match, not gonna lie, it really was. What else did they have? I know they had AJ and the Club face, what was it? Viking Raiders and somebody else. Come on, guys, help me out here. I'm trying to remember, refresh my memory, because there was just so much to think about, and I'm just trying to get to the main important parts of this week in wrestling. Raiders and Braun, that is right. Thank you, official SCW. Shout out to you, man. Just a random match thrown together. No story, no build-up whatsoever. See, this is exactly what I'm talking about. You know, like, you guys giving us a pay-per-view with no build-up whatsoever. And that's sad. The WWE Championship was not even defended at all. You know, Brock did not have a match. So that's out the picture. So now I want to get down to the Hell in a Cell match itself. The main event, Seth Rollins, the Universal title on the line, against The Fiend, Bray Wyatt. Now, I'm actually enjoying it. You know, we all were. But I think they went a little overboard with Seth doing his finisher to the Fiend multiple times. Like, I can see if Seth did the curb stop one time, try to go for the pin, kick out. Second time, go for the pin, kick out. Third time, pin, kick out, for like that I could see. But don't do it like 60 times in a row and he just kicks out like it's nothing. Like, yeah, granted, I see what they're doing with his character. Like, if you try to do your finisher to the Fiend, nothing is gonna break him. Like, I see what they're doing. I get it. Like, yeah, it made me like go, oh my gosh. Like, it really did, because we haven't seen something like that, you know? But I think it was just a little overboard, but it was still cool, you know? But what in the world? Since when there is a no disqualification inside the Hell in the Cell cage match? Let me know. Since when? Like, Christian had a great point. The Undertaker legit hung the Big Boss Man inside Hell in the Cell. Legit. This guy got hung. And didn't get disqualified. But yeah, again, we're talking about years ago. We're talking about now. Bray Wyatt got like his own weapon. It was like a nice big clown hammer. Well, I mean clown, like it had like clown designs on it. That actually looked dope. And used it. But when Seth turned the tables, Seth hit Bray Wyatt with the ladder, him with a chair, and basically piling everything up on top of Bray Wyatt and around his face. Seth gets out the ring, goes onto the ring, and gets a sledgehammer. Sledgehammer that Triple H uses. Right? So the ref is basically telling Seth, no, don't do this, blah, blah, blah. Hello, ref, get out the way. He's allowed to do it. No, anything goes inside Hell in the Cell. Anything goes. So, Seth said, screw it. He hit the Fiend with the sledgehammer, with everything on top of him, hitting, you know, the ladder and the steel steps. And out of nowhere, the ref just called off the match, saying Seth got disqualified. How in the world does that make any sense? At all. Hell in the Cell, there are no rules. You legit can do anything that you desire. But the sledgehammer hitting Bray got disqualified. That doesn't make any sense whatsoever. So basically, Bray, the Fiend, won the match due to the no disqualification. But still, that was just a terrible, lame ending to Hell in the Cell. Now, I know a lot of people were pissed. I read all the articles. I've seen all the videos. People were chanting AEW. People were booing. People were chanting, we want refunds. People were chanting, restart the match. And, like, I feel bad for Seth right now. People are booing him out the building because I see it. He's basically being shoved down our throats like Roman was. But not, like, fully, but I see what is happening. But it's not Seth's fault. It's Vince McMahon. And I've read the article. Vince McMahon knew about the ending, and he didn't think it was going to be this bad. That's how retarded this guy is now. This is how old Vince is. And just the thing that goes through his head now, it just doesn't make any sense. And it's just terrible. Throws everything off. You just got everybody messed up. The whole pay-per-view got messed up. Thanks, Vince. Hell in a Cell is supposed to be a kick-ass pay-per-view, and you just ruined the main event for us. Nice going. But that doesn't end. You know, the Fiend gets up. He's not getting on that stretcher whatsoever. He starts going after Seth Rollins. Then he does his fingers in the throat, whatever they call it. Seth Rollins was bleeding out the mouth, which was crazy. But that basically ended it off right there. And that was basically Hell in the Cell. Now coming with Raw, have you guys noticed? They did not acknowledge the Seth and Bray match whatsoever. Bray Wyatt did not come out. Seth Rollins did not come out. See? They knew they messed up. So, Raw was just a whole, like, could care less. Like, yeah, I think the only cool spot was having Natalia powerbomb Lacey Evans off the stage, and that was it. Raw. But, no, whatever. Now let's get down, real quick, to AEW. Yes. I enjoyed AEW once again. 2 weeks in a row. Haven't been disappointed yet. I love Chris Jericho, man. One of the best heels today in wrestling industry. I love the new faction that they got with LAX and Sammy, and Jack Swagger. I think it's just freaking awesome right now. I can't wait to see what else they're gonna do later on with that. Official SCW says that's just one bad idea Vince has. Remember Lashley and Lana storyline trash. Honestly, I 100% agree with you. Kevin, Mandible Claw. Yes, that's right. Thank you, man. Yes, the Lana and Lashley thing, it's just not working. It's not going to be like the Edge and Lita segment that we had years ago. That was freaking awesome. But doing something like this with Lashley and Lana is just, they ain't cutting it. You know? I feel like Rusev should get Lashley's 3 sisters and do something. You know? But at this point, it's just throw it away. But yeah, back to AEW. I enjoyed it, man. Every single part of it was just incredible. The Young Bucks are out of the tournament thanks to Private Party. I like Private Party. These guys are the future in tag team industry. And I wouldn't mind them going all the way for the tag team gold, baby. But yet again, the tournament's not done. There's more to come. Man, what else can I say? There's really nothing else I can say. Just, I know next week, match-wise, are going to be off the charts. I think they have announced Kenny Omega and Hangman Page in the tag team facing Pac and Jon Moxley, which is insane. No, speaking of Jon Moxley, he had a match against Shawn Spears. I enjoyed it. It was great. Like I said, I can't say anything bad right now about AEW. Not hating on WWE whatsoever. NXT, I did hear things about NXT. I did switch, channels to back and forth. But I was on FaceTime with Christian. He was mostly watching NXT. NXT was pretty solid. It's just like this week with NXT, I just didn't really care much. But I did like what they're doing with Velveteen Dream, Undisputed Era, Tommaso Ciampa, and so on. So that's awesome, man. Can't go wrong. Wednesday nights are fantastic. The Matt Viking says the ending to AEW was fantastic. Brother, I agree with you. 100% fantastic. Can't wait to tune in next week to see what's going to happen. Now let's lead to Friday, ladies and gentlemen. Friday night SmackDown begins the draft. There's only one thing I'm kind of disappointed about this draft, is that AJ Styles and the club is drafted to Raw. I wish they would be with SmackDown. It makes sense, AJ Styles, SmackDown. I just see it, On Raw, it's just, Raw is Raw. It has its hit or miss, SmackDown's been killing it. That's where I think guys like AJ and the club should be on. I'm glad SmackDown got EC3. Who else did they get? Heavy Machinery, right? I think Raw has Ricochet and but yet again, I would love to see AJ's feud with Ricochet. Come on, that's what I'm talking about. That's my wrestling. But yeah, the draft is going to continue on Raw. See what happens with that. But Bayley. Let's talk about Bayley. What in the out of nowhere, Bayley's coming out with a different look. Her hair is different. Her outfit is different. And she gets this weapon out of nowhere and starts attacking the inflatables. And she destroyed all of them. She didn't even leave one flowing up in the sky. She legit attacked all of them, going to the ring, having the match, defeated Charlotte, which was like shocking, won the title back, has a new theme song, and legit got on the microphone and said, "Screw all you bitches. Screw all of you." That was it. So we got officially a heel Bayley, and I can't wait to see what they have in store for that. They have my attention with that all the way for sure. She needed a new look. I was tired of a ponytail kid gimmick. I agree with you, man. It's been time coming, and it's finally here. And I just can't wait to see what they're gonna do with the heel Bayley down the line. So we'll see. So we will see. I think that was just a big highlight of SmackDown this week. And yeah, the New Day defeated AJ, the club. Roman and Seth had a match in the beginning, but then the Fiend came out, started attacking Seth Rollins. So what is going on? Like, is the Fiend and Seth still going? Like, are they still feuding? Because I know Bray Wyatt is drafted to SmackDown, and Seth is on Raw. So what is going on with that? I don't know. We'll see what happens. Like I said, the draft continues on Raw this Monday. So that was basically wrestling this whole week. So I'm just gonna get to some of you guys' questions, and I'm gonna sign off because that was just the highlights for you guys so quick. Did you hear about the Ultron returning to the MCU? No, I did not. Let's see. Bayley should have turned like that a long time ago when she helped Sasha. I agree. Rush won the Cruiserweight title. That is right. How did I forget about that? See, that's... Wow. I legit forgot about that. Leah Rush won the Cruiserweight Championship. So, okay, I'm just trying to read some comments. But yeah, that is the podcast, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed episode 2. Stay tuned for next week. Don't have any time, but hit the bell notification so you guys can be notified when I go live, and we can start talking about the whole week of wrestling. Edge returns this week. Help boost ratings. Don't know. Won't be surprised. Can happen. We'll see. That's something we'll definitely talk about next week. So stay tuned for that. We'll definitely talk about that. Official SCW, thank you so much for enjoying that, brother. Can you do a Marvel Legends collection video? One day that will happen. I just gotta get everything situated because I have so much stuff that I'm going through right now. It's a lot, but yeah. So thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you guys for listening to my podcast, DJTV podcast episode 2, and next week episode 3. So if you're listening to this in the car, please stay safe. If you're listening to this, watching this at home, I hope you guys have a great night, and of course, stay positive. Catch y'all later.